All right, welcome to the Warren County Sports Authority. We are live as we've been for the last few weeks at Farm Bureau Insurance here at Adam Wood Farm Bureau Insurance. It's a pretty nice place, Trev.
Yeah, it ain't too bad.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time here.
It's the Morrison Farm Bureau studio. Studio.
Yeah, we didn't move our sign over this week.
No.
We got late. What happened was I got lazy. That's usually what it is. Here, I am Jeff Simmons.
Well, we had to almost resuscitate a small child.
We did.
I didn't know the kid was sitting here when I went to sit down. It was a scary moment. Scary moment out there.
For her.
I am Jeff Simmons, one of the three hosts of the Warren County Sports Authority, with us with Trevor Evans and Chris Sullins. And we should tell everybody that, one, we have a big-time new announcement for our sponsorship. Prater's Barbecue is now our presenting sponsor, 9576 Manchester Highway, 635-2259.
Out there
on the right, Prater's Barbecue, where they will be hosting the SCA World Championship Qualifier Saturday, June the 6th. You can go out there. That is the Phyllis Prater Memorial Steak Cook-Off. Hey, from steak to ribs, wings to desserts, competitors will be throwing down all day long. Turn-ins happening throughout the day, leading up to an award ceremony. There's even a kids' hot dog competition that's going to be on that. Well, I'll tell you this much. The Sports Authority will be out there. We will be looking forward to seeing a lot of people out there as well. So Saturday, June 6th, Prater's Barbecue. And they're about that. They're getting there.
They're getting there.
It's and you will see us live there.
He's getting the studio ready.
He's getting the studio ready.
Studio ready.
Yeah. So the other big announcement that we'd like to tell everybody is we got we have a legend, living legend, a Hall of Famer, Warren County Sports Hall of Famer sitting with us. Jay Walker, welcome to the Sports Authority, man. Yeah, absolutely. I know that things have been super busy for you in this week, I'm sure. I mean, what's it like to actually be officially retired now?
I don't think it's really hit me yet. I think it'll hit me in August when we have the first football game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out there sitting with everybody else.
The common folk out there sitting with the common folk.
I'm going to say that. I'm about as common as you get.
Yeah. Understandable.
But, and I'll probably be sitting there doing play-by-play and annoying the people sitting in front of me. They'll turn around and say, "Shut up."
Well, I just blend in with all the parents. Play calling.
You should jump right in there. Yeah, but now we should mention, last week Rewind, sponsored by Hot Corner Cards, where they're bringing the heat back to Warren County High School. Another massive sports card and Pokemon show. This one, as always, is loaded this Saturday, May 16th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Warren County High School Gym, 199 Pioneer Lane, packed with over 100 tables featuring a huge mix of sports cards and Pokemon collectibles. Admission is just $1. They will have over $300 in giveaways throughout the day. Plus, you need to show up hungry because they will have a food truck there on site. Don't miss one of the biggest card shows in the Upper Cumberland. Brought to you by Hot Corner Cards and Upper Cumberland Cards.
Ooh, that could be a theme.
Yeah, Upper Cumberland here on the Warren County Sports Authority.
Starts with a U, C, R.
Now, last week, Warren County flag football goes to Blackman, plays at Blackman, and what turned out to be your final official broadcast. And just what was it like being there? Because I think a lot of us thought, that game wasn't going to be what happened. And I think there were some aspects of, we're going to make this roll. We're going to continue to go to state. What did you say happened there?
Well, I think everybody was optimistic. We played Blackman earlier in the year. Probably should have beat them. Played them very close. They beat us with 7 seconds left to play. So I thought it would be more like that. And then, of course, we got the safety on them.
Yep.
And I think had an interception and things were looking pretty good, and then they get a wide open receiver, score, and it just went downhill from there. I mean, it was obvious Blackman was ready for us. They were fired up on their own turf. As soon as we'd catch a pass, they grabbed the flag. I think they grabbed the flag before we caught the pass in some instances. One of them I'm sure of. But they were just very quick with the flags. We had no answer for them. We could complete short passes. We couldn't get anybody open because their defense was putting pressure on our quarterback. And
Yeah.
She was having a hard time.
It's actually funny that you bring that up about them grabbing the flag. I asked what would happen in that situation. If what happens, what's the stopping anybody from just grabbing the flag the moment somebody runs? They're like, well, if you grab it before they actually have possession of the ball, it then becomes touch after that. I was like, I still think that's a pretty good strategy because it's a lot easier to do that than trying to pull here. So I don't know, but yeah, I do think that Warren. It should go without saying though. 15 consecutive wins. I think they finished 17-2 overall. Pretty impressive season, and of course, I'm sure that you enjoyed every bit of calling their games there at the end. Yeah,
and we had, I believe, the region offensive player of the game and region defensive player of the game.
Yep.
Maybe and some other honors that I can't remember, but they were fun to watch this season. They were fun to call. I'm glad that they gave us another sport to talk about. The last 2 seasons has been a lot of fun.
What kind of adjustment was it? Doing all the sports that you've done for so many years, and then flag football gets thrown in, and it's different rules, and then we talk about the flags. What kind of adjustment was that to calling the game?
Well, you're just describing it, and it was different.
Right.
I went in. Actually, the week before, I had watched him at Gordonsville on live stream, and it's a good thing I did because I was thinking 100 yards, 11 on 11.
Yeah.
Like we did in intramural football back in college. But it was an 80-yard field, midfield's 40, and just last year they couldn't block. I think they had to wait a certain amount of time before they could rush. But last year you couldn't block or you get penalized. This year you can block. Or at least get in the way.
Right.
It took some getting used to, and then they changed the rules this year. First game, Jeff and I got, I was going to say got caught with our britches down, but here after the first quarter, we thought it was halftime. We weren't paying attention to what they had on the clock at the beginning. And so we said, well, they're getting ready to start the second half already. And they put 12 minutes on the clock. We found out from asking somebody, it's 4 12-minute quarters this year and a 10-minute halftime.
Okay.
So, we kind of had to learn the rules like everybody else did.
Jay, I want to just turn into a last week rewind, but obviously it's just maybe even a last 3-decade rewind. How do you boil that down into a final broadcast, or is there ever even a time there? I mean, I knowing you as well as I do, I don't think that there was ever a time, even in this last year at any point, that you wanted to make this about you, but what was it like on that final sign-off?
Well, it didn't occur to us till very late in the game because we were still focused on calling the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we took a break late in the game, and it occurred to me, because we were watching the softball team, they had already lost.
Mm-hmm.
If they had won, we would have done their region game.
Yeah.
But they had lost, so that just left flag football for us. And then it occurred to me, I told Jeff Lee, I said, looks like this is it. Yeah. So we I didn't want to get overly dramatic about it. We did mention it. This is it. We thanked everybody for listening over the years. I thanked Jeff, and he had some comments, but we didn't want to make it too dramatic or too emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So we just and then the same sign off as always. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Well, Sean Gang's already in our comment section on the Ben Lomond Connect message board saying 1 more year, Jay. I'm sure you've heard that about a dozen times.
I can't do that because they already made me the grand marshal for the Christmas party.
Can't do that 2 years ago.
There's been plenty of people done that now.
Everybody's giving me all this neat stuff, softball and the game balls and everything. So I'd have to give all that back.
Give it all back.
I think they'd let you keep it. They just might not give you anything else next year. What was it like? What were some of the items that you got on the retirement tour? I mean, I know you can't say everything, but I'm sure it was pretty cool getting
softball gave me a nice plaque.
Uh-huh.
Football gave me the game ball from Nurseryman's Bowl.
Oh wow,
that's cool.
And they also gave me I think a pullover and some a hat and some other stuff. Baseball gave us an autographed, gave Jeff Lee and me autographed baseballs, and then we got an autographed football from Flag Football.
Wow.
So and basketball gave us a real cool looking, just painted up basketball.
Yeah.
A pullover and then a card done by Brent Carton.
Mhm.
He made me like a trading card.
Yeah.
In plastic. And
Maybe could sell out on Saturday.
One right there.
Remember hot corner cars? Yeah.
Folks have been really nice to me this year. You know, it's been a lot of fun, and I felt the love.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah, Jay, I think it goes without saying. We've always said this. I don't know if we're all three sitting here, if not for the trail that you've been able to blaze in the media here. But I will say too, Trev shook me off over there. But I think community should have got at least half of a game ball for showing up for that nurseryman's ball at the very least.
I think they got enough.
They went home with a check.
It's cash more important than a game ball.
Cash works well.
I bet Jay would trade the game ball for cash.
100%.
They got us back in softball.
Yeah, that's true.
That
That's
is
true.
true.
That's true.
John-
No hitter, 10 nothing.
That's true.
Yeah, that was a tough start of the year. Yeah, Josh Peterson says on the Ben Loma Connect message board, one of the best to do it right there. Been great to getting to know Jay a little over the years. I mean, you've had a lot of people broadcast with you. If we put 60 seconds on the clock right now, could you tell us all the people that have been in the booth with you at some point?
Maybe start out with Troy Jones for
Okay.
a lot of years. He
Yep.
was great. Bobby Newby for about 4, maybe 5 years.
That would always be interesting.
Butch Bullen, David Harris, Jeff Barnes, of course. He did sidelines for a long time. Brian Denton.
Mhm.
I hope I'm not leaving it. Jeff Lee, of course.
I was going to say, John,
Yeah,
you might want to throw Jeff Lee in there.
I hope I didn't leave anybody out, but I think, and we had some sideline reporters, Michelle Fuston,
Mhm.
Stubblefield,
Yeah.
Madeline Stubblefield,
Yep.
Abby Roller.
Abby Roller, now Abby Myers. Yep. It's pretty good.
You did it a handful of times.
Yeah, I think I got too close to the coaching staff one time, and I think they were like, "Hey, you're going to have to move down the sidelines a little bit."
Simmons getting too close to the coaching
I
staff.
can't imagine.
I showed you the inside scoop, but the inside scoop, I don't think we could broadcast.
Our first sideline reporter was Brad Durham. He did it for 1 year,
Oh.
and then Jeff Barnes
Oh.
did it for a number of years. And, that was a lot of fun because I tried to come up with a way where I could communicate with him on the road, because on the road he couldn't hear me.
Oh.
You know, at home he listened to the radio back when there was no delay.
Yeah.
And on the road, he couldn't hear me. So we tried to, 1 year I had a flashlight.
The red Porter.
He'd be on the other sideline. And so when I got right, I'd say, let's go to Jeff Barnes. Flash it at him. And
You're on.
the trouble was sometimes right when I would flash the light, he'd look down his clipboard. He'd miss it. Then he'd look up, okay, let's try this again. Let's go to Jeff Barnes.
Silence. Ryan Tackett in the Ben Loma Connect message board asked, "What will Jeff Lee do now without Jay to carry him?" You mentioned Jeff, and I know that y'all got to talk a little bit about on the baseball aspect of that. Did y'all actually get to go out and do the ceremonial first pitch? I know that was discussed.
Who's got the better fastball?
That answered the question.
See, we got to practice.
Okay.
Because neither of us had thrown a baseball in years. So we went to Cage.
Yep.
And we practiced, and mine kept going to the right.
Okay.
I hadn't thrown in years.
Yeah.
Had good velocity, but it kept going to the right.
Top.
So we get out on the field. I'm over here, Jeff's over here, and they're reading our intro and everything. And I told Jeff, I said, we had 2 catchers there. I said, since mine are going to the right, maybe I ought to be over here. So we swapped places.
That's just natural tail right there.
It turned out to be 2 good throws.
Yeah. 2 strikes.
Jay's over there throwing sliders at him. As you reflect on everything that you've been able to do in Warren County and all the opportunities you had here, I mean, what is it like knowing that you're laying down the moniker of Voice of the Pioneers, but I don't think anybody's going to change in that thought process. I mean, tomorrow you're still going to be the Voice of the Pioneers, and I feel like in 5 years you're still going to go out and people are going to recognize you as Voice of the Pioneers, or is it set in with you that this is kind of just you now?
Well, I don't know about there. There'll be other people who do the games on the radio.
No, that could happen.
There'll be other people. They'll be the voice of the Pioneers. Before me, it was Earl Dugan.
Mhm.
He did it for like 18 years. And very good at it. So and then we had two stations actually when I started that were doing ball games. WBMC FM
Mhm.
before it became WTRZ, and then they still did it for a while, and then WAKI has done it for a long time. So Jeff Edwards did it.
So we've actually had two. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's
Edwards
interesting.
did it for a while.
Hey, history
Tolly-
repeats itself.
It
a
does.
lot.
Tolly Wayne
Yeah,
did it.
but you came out on top.
Well, I did it longer than he did.
Solon, you have a few things to add. I know you've been able. Sit in here, and he's been interviewing you before.
Yeah.
Well, now you're throwing the tables a turn. Here.
Everybody knows when it comes to coaching, one of the things I flat out enjoyed was talking to Jay at halftime. I mean, it was just something.
Yeah.
He first of all, he's just so easy to work with. He just allows you to say what you want to say, and sometimes I'm pretty decent at that. He plays along. Just the longevity of it, because in today's times you don't see that. He's called Warren County home for this amount of years. I'm sure he's had plenty, and he's talked about it. He's had plenty of opportunities to do other things. He's decided, hey, I want to stay here, make my mark here in Warren County, raised his children, watch Drew play football at Warren County. Just proud of all the things he's accomplished. The retirement tour, the one thing I want to ask, is there a question? Because you're not a guy that would say, hey, I'm tired of that question. But now we're done. Is there a question that you've been tired of hearing this past year, or the statement like, man, please, I do not want to hear that again?
Not really.
Okay.
But it was always fun working with you and watching you. I mean, you were so entertaining while you were coaching. Voice would get high when you get excited.
One thing I think we needed back then was some night buffers.
If you could hear you.
Yeah, there was times that Jay was like, he's got really excited. And I'm like, well, how would anybody know? Well, you could hear everything I was saying.
Yeah, that crowd mic right in front of him. Probably should have threw a hat on it or something.
And he would always,
sweet hats.
when I was listening to him, he'd always do a good job of Coach Sullins is really close to getting a technical.
Yeah.
He's really close. Like he's heard me say something like that's went over the line.
Yeah. Well, you got to know. You have to make sure that you assign the technical to the right person.
Exactly.
If you do the wrong thing, you might get people in trouble.
But just the way he's carried himself and what he's did, and the thing that I've always been amazed with is this past year. We've talked about it. A lot of sports teams had pretty good years.
Yep.
Now maybe didn't go as far as deep as we wanted to them in the postseason, but he witnessed a lot of wins and a lot of success. He has went through a lot of lean times at Warren County. And I think there'd be some nights back in, those late 90s and early 2000s where I might have just thrown the mic down like, what are you guys doing? I mean, goodness gracious. He's always did a good job of being even keel, understanding the situation, and also promoting the student athletes regardless of what the score is. So I was very appreciative of that when we went through some tough nights.
He's taking timeouts for
There
us.
was times, when he's telling coaches to call timeouts, like, probably right.
Yeah, it is. I guess it has been nice though. I mean, you go out, the flag football team, obviously such a huge success. You talked about the bowl game this year to put the football team at 6-5. Baseball team that you were involved in wins over 20 games. Lady Pioneers have a winning season, or just their third winning season in the last 15 years. Boys basketball team obviously had a 20-win season. So, if you picked the year that you wanted to end on.
Pretty good year.
Not bad. I'm going to say
It was a good year.
the winning percentage this year might rival any winning percentage that you've ever seen on the sidelines. Did you ever think about just tracking that, or did you say, nah, I don't really want to know?
No. If I, track my wins and losses for football, I'd start crying. Because I had a number of 0-10 seasons.
Yeah.
But it's always rewarding when you do get some wins. And those CJ years were fantastic. Watching him I don't know. It's fun talking about coaches. I've worked with some interesting coaches. There's one, and I won't say his name, but he'd be a good sport about it. He was a girls basketball coach we had, and he would come up with different sayings and not realizing it. I had one girl that played. I guess he was trying to say her style of play was unorthodox. He'd say her style of play is very unethical. And
they hired him on
the girls started off bad, and then their fortunes changed, started winning. He said, "Our girls have done a complete 360."
I'd be right back where we
Sounds about right, honestly.
Yeah. We could. There's some you could have drinking game. Like for instance, he would say, "Having said that, or that having been said,"
You think some people would got intoxicated if we had a drinking game, huh?
Coach Andes always say, "Well, there's no doubt. There's just no doubt."
Did anybody ever point out any of those for you that you had said that you had to try to break yourself of? Because I know that I've had some of those.
Yeah.
People have hit me up with it, and they're like, "You say this and this," and then all of a sudden it gets in my head. And
there's some that I have. I always critique myself. I'd listen to a tape, or when it got to be on television, I'd watch that, and sometimes I cringe. I think, oh gosh, why did I say that? But I don't know. It was another coach we had. I guess I can Coach Frank Wilson, long time ago. But I used to have to interview the coaches after Friday night's game and play it back on Saturday morning for the coaches show. So I'd go in, and be in his office, and he'd say, "Oh, these are great kids with great parents. They work so hard, and I'm so proud of them. And anybody says anything bad about them, they better come to me." And I turn the recorder off. These stupid kids don't do what you tell them to do.
It was off the record.
Yeah. Hey, is that thing off?
Hey, make sure the mic's not hot, boys.
It's off. I can't believe what they're doing out there. Yeah. Jay, man, we really appreciate you coming by. I really appreciate everything you've done for Warren County. Obviously, big shoes to fill as we move forward. But again, too, just everything you've done for broadcast and everything you've done to set the bar high for media when it comes to Warren County sports. We really appreciate it. And we're trying to keep striving to reach those same lofty levels that you put out there for us.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure working with all of you.
Yes, sir.
Same here.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a break here really quick here on the Warren County Sports Authority. We're going to reset the room. We're going to bring in another guest, and we might be seeing the future.
We'll see in the future
when we come back.
Stick around.
There's been some questions in the Ben Lowman Connect message board, and maybe we'll be able to answer a few of those. But also Tommy Bryan on the Ben Lowman Connect message board, and we'll leave it. This says Jay has left an incredible legacy.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to the Warren County Sports Authority. Hope everybody's enjoyed that little bit of break and enjoyed our talk with the voice of the Pioneers, Jay Walker. And now we're going to get into seeing the future. And I saw it on the Ben Lowman Connect message board. Someone asked a minute ago, have they named his replacement yet? Well, I think we're going to throw the hat in the ring. Seeing the future, are you ready to tackle any job in Middle Tennessee? From powerful Kubota tractors, movers, and construction to steel chainsaws, Krebs Kubota has what you need. You're a dealer of choice for sales, service, and rentals. Visit Krebs Kubota. Krebs Kubota.
I got a visitor.
Come on.
Krebs!
There we go.
Kubota!
In Murfreesboro, experience the Krebs way. That's Krebs Kubota at 615-890-1200. And you can visit them and find them at KrebsKubota.com. Seeing the future, who's going to be the replacement broadcast this fall? Well, Noah McKay from the Upper Cumberland Reporter. Let me ask you, who do you think it should be?
It's not going to be me. I was thinking it's more like you guys. That's I think the direction the people want, this direction I think this is moving in. So that I think the future you're looking at it right here.
I appreciate that. That again too. This is the Warren County Sports Authority. If you're watching, I'm getting messages right now. I'm getting all kinds of stuff right now. Yeah.
Hey, business, when Jay stepped away, business was going to pick up. You know what I mean?
a lot of people are asking, "Hey, what are y'all doing here?" Well, the Upper Cumberland Reporter has developed a gigantic following over the last few years. I know Noah, you and Justin Matheny took over full ownership in 2022. And since then have launched into a multitude of schools, a multitude of areas, and partnered with them. Well, UCR will be moving into Warren County, and we will just be serving as the broadcast team to do that. So I'm super excited about this because I've seen all the things that y'all have done for all the areas that y'all have covered, and now we're just trying to. Y'all are going to help extend y'all's footprint, and I guess we'll be over there being the ones that are kind of stamping it down for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're excited, first of all, and you guys are Warren County through and through, so it was logical, and you guys wanted to step into the broadcasting realm, and that's exactly what we do with Friday nights in football season and basketball, and heck, we got softball. Jacob's calling softball in 30 minutes in Gordonsville, so all over the Upper Cumberland, and this is kind of the one area in the UC where we hadn't been able to get to yet, and we're so excited to be in Warren County. We kind of share a vision. I think we see the world in very similar ways here. We're trying to put a big spotlight on the kids, and that's what we're going to do. So that's what we've done in other areas in the Upper Cumberland. Now we're going to do it in McMinnville, and it's because of these guys right here. And Jay is the voice of the Pioneers. Yes. You got to come up with a new moniker for yourself, but you got to speak it into existence.
We've settled on Warren County Sports Authority. It's worked for a while, so we might hold on to that one. Sullins, I'm going to throw it to you, CNS Brokerages and Media Company owner
And cattle.
What you're kind of spearheading all this with Noah. I mean, obviously Trev and I are along for the ride for sure. What are your thought process here? What are we able to do? Because you said this 2 weeks ago. We can do this better.
Yeah, we can do this better.
How does this help us do it better?
And I think that when we talk about a vision, Noah, Justin, and I, we all had communicated a little bit, but a couple weeks ago when this all transpired, I reached out to Justin, Noah, we said, hey, let's sit down and see if we can make something work. Okay. Now you two guys know I had been requesting this for over a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said, Jay's going to be leaving.
Yep.
We need to get in a room with these two gentlemen. I had said that multiple times. And I'm not going to say it fell on deaf ears, but here we are, and they ain't. I don't know how else to say it.
That's in the past.
Okay.
This is the future.
That being said, we decided sometime last week, hey, let's get together. We created a partnership, and I would say it's a mutual partnership. It took us about 15 minutes, and Trev eating some hot wings over there. We agreed and said, hey, let's make this thing work. If you're not familiar with UCR, you do yourself a little research. They've got 45,000 followers.
48.
My bad.
Yeah.
Time out. 48,000.
We're gonna get them to 50 or
Okay.
something.
The road to 50 is on.
Warren County.
Let's go.
50,000 followers. The amount of coverage that they do on a Friday night during football season is above and beyond anything else that can be compared all across this state.
Yep.
They're in Upperman, Cookeville, the Macon counties, Pickett County doesn't have a football team, but in basketball, Livingston, you name it, they're there. And they do such a good job of promoting high school athletics, high school students, and those schools. And another thing they do with 48,000 followers, they promote businesses in ways that other media cannot do.
Absolutely.
And that's something that I think that we're going to try to reach out and say, we're going to be able to take your business and promote it in ways that's not been done before. We're in the digital age. Go look at one of their broadcasts. I mean, how they do this is second to none, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. I'm glad that they had the same vision, because that meeting really did. We talked for 20 minutes, but it took about 3.5 meetings to settle on this, and here we are.
Yep.
And today he drove down from his hacienda up in Cumberland, spent $300 in gas. I see the car out there, but we're just excited. I'm excited because we told our people, if you would give us 60 days, you're going to see things that you've not seen before. I reached out to Grant today, and when I talked to Grant, as soon as I mentioned UCR, he said, "You guys are moving on up." I said, "Yes, that's what we're doing." That's what we're doing.
Well, the Ben Lomond Connect message board also has followed them there. Ryan Tackett says, "This is great news." Josh Winfrey says, "UCR and McMinnville is great news for Warren County sports." Trey Butler says, "Let's go. Awesome news." Noah, let me ask, because I think if there's anything that anybody's going to have any kind of maybe apprehension of, and I think that we can alleviate that immediately as the sports authority, is you're Upper Cumberland. You're coming into the area.
Sure.
But what if in the past, I'm sure y'all have done that in other places.
100%.
What do y'all do to establish and help all these places? Because I know y'all have done it before. How will y'all be helping people moving forward in Warren County?
Yeah, so people understand my kind of mentality. When I first came on, before we even owned it in 2020, I said, okay, we're going to cut down on the amount of schools we claim to cover so we can do it well.
Yep.
And once we cover those schools the best we possibly can, we're going to add more schools. So we went from 5 to 12 to 16, and now adding in Warren County as well, because we have the ability within this partnership to do it on that level. But, so for example, we added Macon County 2 years ago. They won a state championship. A whole lot of people watched a whole lot of stuff from that state championship run, because we're now in Macon County. And to your point about, the businesses, now all of a sudden they have a big platform to be able to be in front of, but the kids now have an opportunity to go back and see, this unbelievable, they'll be able to show their kids and their grandkids, because this lives forever digitally. It's a Google search away. And we try to do that for all of our schools. Jackson County, a school we cover, but we don't broadcast for, they have their own broadcast crew. Their boys won a state championship. We're there the whole entire time. In Murfreesboro, before they're in Murfreesboro, they're going to have all sorts of things. And now within this, we have the ability to bring that into McMinnville. This is about the kids.
Right.
For us, this is about having a huge spotlight on them. We have a unique audience that we've been able to build because it's that way, and it's free. Everything we do is because of the sponsors and the advertisers. It's free to watch, free to listen to, free to go and click through the pictures, all that. And now we're able to bring that into McMinnville. So if there's any apprehension, we're going to alleviate that real quick. All I'll say is watch us. Watch what we do.
Give us a shot.
Give us a shot. Watch what we do, and watch the way we tell the stories of these kids. And I think you're going to like it, because there's nothing not to like. We're not coming in here for anything other than to put a spotlight on what the kids are doing, which is what you guys do all the time. And now we're just trying to put the rocket fuel on it, and let's go to the moon with it.
And the amount of exposure that you can get kids in this area for different opportunities in the future, whether college sports or different things like that. If a kid came and said, "Hey, I'd be interested in doing something on the media side,"
100%.
You know what I mean? So there's just a multitude of opportunities, and I think for us, we want to promote the kids, and I think that's ultimately where the vision came together, is getting Warren County kids more coverage and more eyes on.
So at that point within the media, Hallie Ledbetter, she was now Hallie Gunlock, now our sideline reporter in high school football game of the week. She played at Livingston Academy. I covered her at Livingston Academy, and she's been on our sidelines for 3 years. We've got plenty of people who, if they want to take that route, we work with a ton of different school programs as well within that, because that's what it's about. And within that, we're going to provide really professional coverage. We're ESPN 2003 ESPN, not modern ESPN. We're 2003 ESPN for these kids. And so, you talk about a Friday night. Now with this, we'll have up to 7 games going this fall on a Friday night. It starts in the morning with our morning show, and then we're going until 1 a.m. or later with our end zone show. And now we'll be talking about Warren County in those shows.
And that's another thing I think that when we're talking about this. I was thinking about that on the drive over here. Now that Warren County's in the circle, now they can be – Warren County's basketball team would have been ranked in the UCR play.
100%.
The football team, Eric Ballou's going to have the opportunity to call in on Colin's show at 1 o'clock. He's going to talk about Chubby Golf. He's going to talk about how well his team played that night. It's just a promotion in a way that very few in this area have seen, because it's not covered that way. The other thing I like about these two guys is this. They're kind of like me in this aspect. They don't need 72 people making decisions. We have a
Absolutely
meeting,
not.
and we could have had that meeting right here last night.
Yep.
There's not delegation of authority. You have an issue, you talk to Noah.
Yep.
You talk to Justin. They run a skeleton crew,
Mm.
but when we say skeleton crew, they do it with the best people.
Yep.
And that being said, when you're doing it with the best people, you don't need 25 people. You just maximize those people's talents.
I think Justin said he was the head of HR. If anybody was curious.
And those complaints go
Yeah.
straight to the trash.
Yeah.
You can
No,
send us those complaints.
no amount refute that claim on that.
Yeah.
HR, but
But to that point, Michael Lindsay Goose is his videography is unbelievable.
Yep.
And we have not claimed to, nor have we said that we cover Warren County for purely a logistical reason. It's tough to get to for Goose is in Crossville.
Yep.
I'm in Cookville, and we do not want to come in and say, hey, we're going to cover Warren County if we're not prepared to cover Warren County. Now within this, we are fully prepared to cover Warren County and give them a spotlight that and this is it's truly not a shot at anybody, but we're going to come in and try to give a spotlight to these kids that they've never had before.
Yep.
And you talk about opportunities. I promise you, there are, and you can fact check me on it if you want. There are exponentially more kids signing with NAIA colleges, Division II programs, Division III programs, FCS schools in the Upper Cumberland than there were 15 years ago. And we have it all the time. Coaches go, kid, I saw this kid. We got coaches who comment on our broadcast. I'm watching from X, Y, Z, seeing kids that they wouldn't get to see because all of a sudden they're able to.
I want to ask you this question because I know this is going to be brought up. What do you ask out of a school?
Yeah, a place to broadcast from.
Thank you. You're just, hey, let us come in.
Yeah.
Let's do our work.
Let us come in here and show off
Yep.
what your athletes are doing.
Yep.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Absolutely
Hey, and I think that's something that is very, very beneficial to what we're trying to do. We're not going to ask for anything out of our school system. Just give us a place to broadcast and let us work.
Yep.
And we'll work. Hey, we're going to work very hard.
And we're going to work for the kids.
Absolutely.
That's what we're here for. And you know what? The audience comes from that. The reason people tune into what we're doing is because it's a high quality product that they want to see.
I don't want to, because I've already made a mistake. It said 45, and they said, it's
Yeah.
48
Yeah,
now.
I'm just
And I, you know what?
potato.
No, it's not. I mean, that's a whole lot of
You
fun.
combine all the
3,000 is a big gap.
you combine all of the pages, it's over 60. But I'm just
Here's my question about that. I want to make sure I'm correct because I know you put this out, and I want it to come directly from your mouth. How many views last year did you have total as far as
last year total views well over 25 million.
that's 25 million, folks.
We did 6 million in the state this
Okay.
year.
I hope that I'm not going out of line here. You made a comment last night that Jeff and Trevor and I talked about on the way home.
Yeah.
What can we talk about the sport that's the most that kind of it didn't surprise me,
Sure.
Yeah.
but which sport would you say gets the most interest in the upper country?
Girls basketball.
Girls basketball.
100%.
We're the Mecca.
The best area. Listen, I'm originally from Murfreesboro. I can claim Murfreesboro, Cookville, or El Paso, Texas. I spent 8 years in El Paso, Texas. I say this with confidence. This is the best area for girls basketball in the nation.
It's the Mecca. I've said it many times.
You go into any school,
Yes.
the caliber of girls basketball, because of the tradition, because of the emphasis that's put on it, it's the best. I mean, go to Murfreesboro and the girls game, there's 10 people there.
Yeah.
White County Upperman this year and Baxter, they were 10 deep on the baseline
Yeah.
at 5:30. I mean, it's the best in the world.
I guess where I'm going is I think people are going to say, hey, it's a football deal or boys basketball.
Heck no.
Girls basketball, he said it last night. It surprised us because I thought it would be 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I was surprised at what 1 was. But when you start thinking about it, you understand where he's coming from because when it is the Mecca, that means it's the best. And that's why the coverage is the best when it comes to that and others. So, hey, I can't wait.
Yeah, and it's right there on our message board right now. In the Ben Logan Connect message board, Andy Souther says Celeste Reed, Miss Basketball, is proof that UCR coverage reaches a lot of people. I mean, as he said, it's not just that idea of the scholarships and everything. It's the proof that y'all have put enough kids in the map that all of a sudden the state and the recognition and the honors that are happening are starting to start piling up as well. And
This
I think
year-
that y'all have a hand in that.
This year, Mr. and Miss Basketball ceremony, we had 4 Upper Cumberland kids in it, 3 won.
And when you say Mr. Basketball ceremony, girls and boys, you guys are covering.
I was there 2 rows away from you.
You're there.
We're there. And we were there. And if you go back and look, we were prepared. And the second, I mean, within a minute of that being done, there are highlight reels for the individual players because we have planned in advance. If you go and watch our all Upper Cumberland teams, which now Warren County will absolutely be a part of,
Yes.
We do an award show where we have highlights for the kids because we prepared in advance. This kid has an opportunity to be the player of the year, to be the defensive player of the year, freshman of the year. And Goose has terabytes of game footage that we put together because we're trying to cover these kids at a high level. And not just at a level we want to do it in a way nobody in this country does.
Yep.
And our general conversations, and we will have the same conversation next Saturday. We'll have lunch after hopefully a couple of our teams win a state championship in Murfreesboro. And the first question I'll ask them is, what can we do better? And we'll get to work on that. We've got a few things. This is one of the things that we can do better, which is getting to Warren County. We're just trying to improve. And if you watch the content, that's what we're doing.
Another thing I think that people will be interested in. I think a lot of times when they're talking about this is going to be a Warren County coverage, it's just going to be home games.
Heck no.
When we go to Cookeville, they expect us to be there. They don't expect a Cookeville branch of UCR and a Warren County branch of UCR covering that game that night. Hey, it's like ESPN2, ESPN3, the alternative networks and all. That's what you're doing for high school athletics in a way that's not been seen. And the issue that most people, I don't think, will understand until they see it is the quality of product from opening night till they shut down this, when spring fling is over, because they go straight into baseball, softball. I think they've covered volleyball.
Absolutely.
I mean,
volleyball game of the week. Yep.
We're going to be a part of something that is really, really, really good when it comes to coverage and promoting high school athletes.
It's the one thing that we have heard the most since we have been doing the Warren County Sports Authority is, when are we going to start seeing y'all at games? We've heard it multiple times. When we showed up at the Pioneer pregame last year, people were asking us, when are y'all going to start hitting more and more games? This guy, their abilities are the reason why you will start seeing us at a lot more events. Simply put, and you will be able to see us, hear us, and watch what's going on in a very elegant way. It's going to be done. It's going to be done well.
It's going to be done professionally too.
Yeah, professionally. Yeah, Trav. I mean, you've had the luxury of, as you said, you were a guy that this team of guys promoted back in the day. What would you say to that?
I mean, it was awesome. My senior year, Justin came in after the Christmas tournament because I got some minutes. Came in, interviewed me, did a story on me. But more than that, kind of that story, and from that point on, we kind of lifted off. And I ultimately went and won the first district championship in 40 years. So, and in a lot of ways, we got a lot of coverage over the next 2 years because of guys like CJ and Case and all those guys. And now with us doing this every Friday, and then for basketball games, we're going to try to bring that weekly and daily to the kids in this community.
Yeah, Trev started it all.
No.
Well,
that's not what you said last night at dinner.
No, come on. I started the idea for the podcast. I started all our winning. Yeah, you got that buffalo shrimp in here. You got some confidence. Well, I will say this while we have you here, and we'll do a little bit of our own Warren County Sports Authority touch here. Is we had a conversation last week. We did under construction where we talked a little bit about the new deans and the new coaches that are going to stand out. So while we have a guy that is the man in the Upper Cumberland, let's ask a little bit. But before we do, tell you, if you're looking to build your dream home in Warren County, Ryan Lawrence Custom Homes is the premier choice for quality craftsmanship and attention to detail. Whether you're starting from the ground up or bringing your visions to life, Ryan delivers homes built to last. You can give him a call today, 931-259-0023, and start building something truly yours. Again, Ryan Lawrence Custom Homes, the sponsor of Under Construction. Rankin's gone.
Yep.
Reuter has retired. We've had Lamar Rogers
Rodney Powell last week at York decided to step away.
So who is the new dean of coaching? And is there anybody in the Upper Cumberland that qualifies across the sports
in this state
Yeah.
or in just our area? Because I think there's a few. You know, you obviously with Lamar going out, the main number one person is Jim Brown at Jackson County. I mean, you know, he's just people don't realize, you know, the wars that he's been through, especially kind of in the early 2000s, and they're on the way up there. You know, Dana McWilliams is absolutely. You talk about the last 12 years. Stack that resume up against I think anybody in this state. Football wise, there are a lot of really solid football coaches. I think Bruce Lamb is one of the most underrated football coaches out of our area. Just longevity wise, it was one at Livingston Academy, now at Clay County. Every year they're in it towards the end, and then we've got some up and coming coaches who I think are really promising and were impressive last year. Kind of. Brittany Cooper did a great job in Pickett County.
Yep.
And came in, and the first month and a half was kind of iffy, and then all of a sudden took off like a rocket. And in a district that features Jim Brown in Jackson County, that featured Lamar Rogers and Clark Range, they win that district. That says a lot. We're blessed to have really, really good coaches in the Upper Cumberland.
You have to be a pretty good coach in Upper Cumberland. You won't be here long because you're competing against really top-notch competition.
No doubt. And girls basketball coaches. And she's not brand new. What Jamie Gillis has done at Cookeville is very impressive. I mean, I would love to have seen her team not be just riddled with injuries. They lose a starter before the state championship game, and then they lose a superstar player early in that championship game. She's done an unbelievable job at Cookeville, where now that's thought of as a 4A powerhouse. And with Coach Ruder stepping down at Bradley Central, you look at Cookeville and say, hey, the door's open now.
Door's open.
There's DCR. We got to mention. Michael Dodge is doing an okay job. I know Warren County. I know that's probably not a popular name in Warren County, but I digress if I don't mention the guy who's. I got to spend a lot of time with in the fall.
It can always be a real popular. I think the popularity would grow.
I was going to say, I knew that last week when we talked about it, we had gotten to a few that I knew that, as we said, expanded range of coverage, expanded names that you're going to get a little bit more expertise. And of course, you
shoot football. Adam Kane and Upperman has done an unbelievable job. That's a below 500 program, and they've been 4 semifinals in the last 8 seasons. I mean, that's football wise, he's probably at the top of the list in the Upper Cumberland. Talk about guys moving on. Derwin Wright from York. Also steps aside. He's had a great 10 years, 3 different stints as head coach there.
Can I ask you something? You brought up York just a second ago on this, and I had a couple of friends from locally ask me about this. What's going on with York to be able to draw in some of the most high-profile candidates for their jobs right now? Because there was a couple of names that I think they threw out for the boys' basketball job that you're
surprised.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, what is it about York that's getting people fired up and putting them in the idea of they can get anybody they want?
Yeah, I'm not sure. First of all, reports are one thing.
I was going to ask you about that.
It's not. It's the amount of times I get when a job opens up. Hey, mention me. I'm like, okay. And I'm not saying that it's wrong reports. I'm just saying take everything with a grain of salt. I think York's a really they've got a pretty good standard there. Michael Green, great coaches in the girls basketball program. It seems like every year they're in the state tournament, not in the state championship game. York football has had a lot of success, and kind of that level, 1A, 2A, I think people see an athletic department that has success in multiple sports and says, okay, that's clearly somebody that's made some sort of an investment in their athletic department. And so if you're a coach and you just want to coach, sometimes you just want to coach. Where am I going to go? Am I going to go someplace that's at the 6A level where I got to deal with all the different things that come along with that? Or do I want to go to a 2A program that's had a lot of success that clearly is committed to winning? And I think you get some of that as well.
You just brought up, do you want to go to a 6A program? And when you say that, I think I probably know what's stirring in the head. You with the transfer portal and these type things. How much do you think we're going to see that? Because I think that Warren County is in the Upper Cumberland.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the umbrella now. talk and how many athletes are we going to see that are going to be moving year to year? And do you think it'll be as big an issue as some people think, or are you saying, simmer down on that?
I think generally the good teams are going to be good.
Yep.
And so if you are a superstar on a team that's not winning, you already had some pressure to leave. And as opposed to it just being to a private where you can kind of get away with it or having to get kind of funny, where you can go opens up more. I don't think it's going to change the complexion of now all of a sudden this team that was okay is going to be awesome.
Okay.
And vice versa. I think the rich may get a little richer in the public school ranks, whereas opposed to in the past they've been, that's just the privates. Baylor got to have a monopoly at times over this state because you can't transfer to another public school without fear of being ineligible. That's gone, but I don't and there's been a lot of movement. I mean, there has been movement. I have not talked to one coach who has not had somebody come in and somebody leave. And so that's just a fact of life, I think, in athletics, but I don't think it's changed
It's not going to change the dynamic.
No. Now, if you come in and you get a new coach in and he's got a lot of juice behind him and all of a sudden you're 2 pieces away and you have the ability to go and get a running back and get a left tackle, it could take you to the next level, but it's not going to turn a 4-win team into an 8-win team or a 4-win team into a 1-win team. I just don't see that happening.
No. Well, Michael Dodgens chimed in the.
I can't imagine.
So did you self-impose Noah into the picture?
I am here.
He is here. He is live.
I'm actually here.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you
I
joining us.
want to bring something up about Dodge. Okay, because I mean we love the guy.
Yeah.
But he is a sideline reporter.
He is.
Do you do that just because that way we can cut his mic?
It's a great point.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't need him in the booth.
Technically, I can cut anybody's mic, just to be fair. But he actually.
Show me that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The coaches get a little yappy. I'll tell you. But
Dodge.
that call button comes in. I don't know how that got clicked on. That's but he does a great. He honestly, if you have not watched
He does a
the
great job.
games, and he is not, and he goes and he grabs the coaches, and coaches are receptive to talking to him, and he does a great job talking about what the kids are doing and having the story set. So he'll be back with us in the fall on the sidelines. But this is going to be. We're excited about this, and we're having a good time. We're really excited. On the UCR side, this is kind of one of the white whales, this area, and that we don't want to come in, oh, yeah, we cover Warren County, and then you never see us. And so we had stayed away from doing that, but now we're coming to Warren County with the guys you know and you trust, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, last question on the Ben Lomond Connect message board. Someone asked, does UCR cover track?
Yes. Now, I will say, got to call TLSAA because this new spring fling is garbage. With track and field in Knoxville and tennis in Chattanooga and the other team sports in Murfreesboro. It makes it exponentially harder to do. Now, we don't broadcast track. You don't want to hear me call track. There's sports. You don't want to hear me call volleyball. Jacob, who's about to do Gordonsville versus Trousdale County right now, he's awesome at volleyball, and I'm really good at color at repeating what he says in a different way.
There's an art to that.
Yes.
Trev, tell us all about that.
I could twist what he said and make it sound like it was something profound. But yes, absolutely. Anybody that's doing anything of importance, of note.
Like Luke Saldana heading to the state. He'll be at
you
Tom
just
Black
brought
Track
something
Show.
up, though, when it comes to spring fling. How surprised are you that this is the direction that the TSSAA went? Because this does make it very tough.
Cookville Tennis played in Chattanooga on Tuesday at 7 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
I did not see it coming. Very few things that happen I see coming. And they have the reasons, and spring fling is tough. There is so much going on. It did not surprise me at all them going to 2 weeks because there's so much back to back to back. But the multiple locations, and they're not really concerned with the media side with those things. I understand that, but it makes our job exponentially tougher when it comes to getting people there. And that's something we try to do is to get somebody there, because anybody can read a box score, but that's not necessarily what happened at the game. But it's a good question.
Yeah, I would say we're gonna have more with the UCR as we move forward on here, but we're gonna take a break here on the Warren County Sports Authority again. As we've told you before, Ryan Lawrence, sponsor of Under Construction, our presenting sponsor now for the Warren County Sports Authority. That is Prater's Barbecue, 635-2259. You can go up there on the right, Trev.
On the right.
It's right down from
and
where we're
all
at.
these UCR fans, if you don't know what Prater's is, just go right down on the right.
Head down
Find
Highway
out.
55.
Hey,
Let us know.
Dodge and in Mitchell know where the Prater's is
You
at.
know
Guarantee.
exactly where it is. It's a great place, and we're going to take a break. We'll come back here in a little bit. We'll get back into more of the categories here on the Warren County Sports Authority show. We are back on the Warren County Sports Authority again, presented by Prater's Barbecue.
Woohoo!
Out there on the right.
Out there on the right. Love it there. But we're also going to jump. Trev's TNT Power Broker of the Week. Again, that is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts over Napa Menville over there on Burstville Highway. We'll tell you that if you think about power, you want to think about our friends at Napa store on Burstville Highway. If you need extra juice, think about the powerful Legend batteries. If you overpowered your hydraulic hoses, I know I have.
I did it 3 times a day, man.
3 times a day, yeah.
I was down there 3 times a day.
Well, I'll tell you, Napa professionally builds Gates hydraulic hoses while you wait. And if you need stronger power tools, Napa has powerful stuff like Carlisle, Ingersoll Ram.
Ingersoll.
I can't read,
Come
man. Give me a
on, brother.
Come on.
And Milwaukee, if you feel free to call.
Is that Meckler's car cleaning?
474-6272 for more information. Napa, proud sponsor of Trev's TNT Power Broker of the Week. Trev,
Hey, boys.
Who
did you
is
have anything to do
We
with
got
our
a
power
legend in the house.
The live power
Yeah.
broker
Hey,
tonight, boys.
Hey, we had to bring him in live on location. Nominated for the Upper Cumberland Athlete of the Year. So the Power Broker this week goes to our boy Huddy.
Huddy,
Buddy.
hey, the nomination, we got it from snowboarding
and basketball
and basketball.
Yeah.
and
2 of my favorites.
Yeah.
and flag football
And
bowling ball
Bowling ball.
and soccer now too. Are you
and soccer.
I love
playing a
it.
little bit of soccer this
Yeah.
weekend? I hear.
Yeah,
5 sports stars. So.
Yeah.
Now
Now
he's
we.
blinged out.
He's bling. Look at that
Yeah.
bling on him, brother.
and the gold medals.
Yeah. All of those. So we were talking about
It's
it.
2 more Trails guys.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
So we were talking about the nomination process, and of course, you're a representative of the Upper Cumberland Area 9, and it was actually funny. We just heard right before we went on, he wasn't able to go defend his state medals this year in the Winter Olympics because he got snowed out.
Yeah.
But I believe giant slalom, and snowboarding, in which have you ever even snowboarded before you won?
Nope.
Nope, just the first. Hey,
Come on.
hey,
Hey,
one
picks it
shot,
up quickly,
one hit.
boys.
Yeah.
Put him on the board.
Gold medals and that, and then of course unified basketball, where our Area 9 team has been 3-time state champions, and you've been on a run on the last 2. It seems like. What's it like out there playing basketball? I mean, I hear you had a big 3-pointer for us this year.
A 3-point and 1 taker and fingers.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, this guy has been a part of all the things they're doing. Again, we got soccer this weekend, bowling throughout, javelin. I believe you're a javelin thrower.
And drive.
Yeah.
Think about this.
Well, when you did this last year,
Yep.
you
It
did
went
it
a
better
long
than
way.
anybody because I
Yep.
believe you got one of those medals out of that,
Yep.
too. Well, I'll tell you,
This is short.
yeah, and then a lot of people know you even better through, as Aaron Blaylock says in the Ben Lomond Connect message board, that's the Lady Pioneer Volleyball's #1
Fan.
hype guy. All right, I mean,
Yeah.
you're the best. Apparently, you're the best fan ever. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you ever? Absolutely, he is the man. Yeah. That's great.
Somebody's got to replace. Somebody's got to replace Jay Walker.
Yep.
Somebody's got to replace Slim.
And I think you're really high on that list. All right.
I've got one question though, because we talk about basketball,
Mhm.
and he's got a guy over there that I know pretty well. He's the guy that his dad took my jersey when I graduated. He was
Okay.
12, okay?
Yeah.
But then you got a sister. Who's the best basketball player in the family?
Miss Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Lori?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the best in the family. You
Oh.
second?
And second.
You're second. That's
Oh,
okay. Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah, I like that. But, and all the things that we're doing, basketball, snowboarding, soccer, javelin. Do you have a favorite one, or is it just
Softball.
softball? Oh, Centertown softball.
Oh.
That's it, boys.
Yeah, we always say, what's our team?
Team Ben Lomond Connect.
Ben
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Ben Lomond Connect.
Yeah.
And we're gonna win. Are we gonna win another championship this year?
Yes. Sicko.
Yeah, again, too, the big lefty up there for Ben Lomond Connect, and of course, Centertown Recreation League out there. Incredible league, and I'm sure we'll be out there covering that before it's all said and done. Because we got to see you out there getting homers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I was
Chicks dig the long ball, man.
I think softball's his favorite sport right now because it's the one that's going on.
Yeah.
Of course, at the end too, we're going to play a little bit of soccer, man. But we really appreciate you coming in, Trev.
Hey, once I read the story, saw you had some gold medals, I knew we had to get you in here to present you with some swag.
Yeah. Hey, you get the Napa gift card.
Yep.
Okay. Go down there and get whatever you want from Napa. But this is the first one that we've ever given away from C4. C4 Apparel. You get the first Warren County Sports Authority shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wear that proudly. Don't sell it. Don't sell it. Because I know people are going to be wanting to buy those. They're hot.
Yeah.
Don't sell it. Hey, we appreciate all you do.
Thank you, man.
For
Thank you,
Warren
sir.
County.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, too, hey, we're going to take a quick break, reset one more time, and then we will be back with the last of the categories on here. Honey, thank you so much, man.
You're welcome.
No pioneers. All right, we're going to take a quick break. All right, folks. I think we are down to the 3 now. It's the Warren County Sports Authority show.
Back to 3. The
Again,
Amigos.
The presenting sponsor, Prater's Barbecue. Again, we're going to be out there not too long from now, buddy. I can hear Trev's stomach growling from over here.
I'm starving.
He's over there. And again, too, we should also.
Jerry's deal was pretty good right up to the time he said one. I'm like, yep, that'll work. That'll work.
So yeah, if you want to come and talk, if you want to shoot the bull with us, we'll be out there here in about another hour or so. But just know that we're going to be eating, so don't put your hands too close.
Talking.
And also, too, thanks for everybody that's been chiming in the BLC message board this spring. Refresh with more than just your home. Refresh your internet with Ben Lomond Connect. Enjoy the power of a true fiber to the home network built with you in mind. That means no outdated hybrid coax and no frustrating upload speeds from national providers. Just fast, reliable connection. Choose from 1 gig, 2 gig, up to 8 gigs for your home or business. Stream brighter. Game smoother, work smarter, all season long with Ben Lomond Fiber. Call your BLC office or visit benlomondconnect.com today. Some exclusions may apply. Ben Lomond Connect, delivering the internet
At the speed of light.
Thank you, sir. And let's go ahead and also jump right into one of the best parts of the Warren County Sports Authority now that we are here, and that is the Sullins Rant of the Week. Sullins, I'll let you tell everybody a little bit about our sponsor.
About our sponsor, Supreme Building.
Customers always spring.
Supreme Building Products. Want to make sure we get that correct.
Yep.
Didn't want to make sure Reese is okay with that, but
Me and Aaron.
we're good. We're good with that. Okay? You may have heard somebody in the background, but hey, Supreme, anything you need to build that new home, renovations, you want to add a deck, hey, they can do that. You got an animal that we need to build a new home for, maybe something like that. Hey, go get that material. Anything you need. What do they have, Trev?
Dimensional lumber. Benjamin Moore paint.
Hammer,
nails, screws,
Roofing material.
concrete blocks.
Yeah.
You name it, they got it.
Yeah. Well,
The other thing they got is the hometown local feel that we like and this show is about, and we're going to expand on that. And we hope that Reese enjoys this rant as much as I think I'm going to enjoy giving it.
yeah. Well, go ahead.
Are we ready?
We'll let you go. I'm going to set the over-under at 5 minutes. I'm going to take a slight over.
You're going to go over?
We'll go
Where you
over.
going, Trev?
I'll go under.
You'll go under?
Yeah.
Go ahead. It's close.
Here's what we're going to say. We've learned a lot about this show and this community over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We've also learned that there's some partners out there, some people that we can work with, that we have common goals and common interests. And one of those interests is to promote Warren County and McMinnville and the people that are in it and surround it in ways that they've not been promoted before.
Yeah.
I'm going to name 2. One of them was just here.
Yes.
The Upper Cumberland Reporter, UCR.
Yes, sir.
They're going to go above and beyond to promote your children. Not only this year, Jeff, you were in that meeting last night. I made the comment, I said, hey, for the next 3 to 5 years, and the first thing Noah said, well, what are we going to do after 5 years? And I said, well, I'm going to be honest, Noah, I'm in till the cows come home.
Yep.
You know, it took me 17 years to get Warren County's basketball job. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in 17 years, but I'm going to try to be around and make this work. Another one. And she's sitting across from us, and what she's done this past 2 weeks for this show, it can't be overstated. Warren and Kelly Walker.
Yep.
We sat down and had a meeting with her a couple weeks ago and her husband, Chris, and it was kind of like the UCR meeting. It took about 30 seconds to figure out we were all on the same page. Okay? She has went above and beyond to make this show into something that's interactive, that people want to see, that our sponsors are happy with. She has given us more information in 2 weeks via text, emails, and calls than we got in a year anywhere else. She wants to promote it. And we want to promote her just like we want to do with UCR. Here's where I'm going with this. If you find local hometown people that want it to grow and prosper, and you surround yourself with quality people, it will do that. Okay? The one thing I like about Kelly and I like about Noah, and I think we've got a little bit of that in us. If we tell you we're going to do something, we're going to do it. We said 2 weeks ago, this bad boy will be on Apple and Spotify. It was on Apple and Spotify. Kelly has said, whatever you need, we'll make it work. She's not said, hey, we'll try it. Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, a wonderful idea. Hey, let's talk about that 3 months later in another meeting when we ain't done jack crap. Okay? She also understands that you don't. This is. You said it. I figured out this lady and her team can help us. Trev says, did she say she was out delivering papers on a paper route? And I said, that's exactly what he said. Yeah. She's working to make this community better. Noah is working to make the Upper Cumberland and your athletes better. And I hope you understand that's what we're trying to do as well. Now, we're going to have a lot of fun at it. Yeah. And we're going to rib some people. Yeah. And we hope they rib back at us. But at the end of the day, we want to promote Warren County in ways that it's never been promoted. And you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to go to the county commission and ask for money. No, we're just not going to do that. Hey, we're going to do it ourselves. We're not going to ask for grant money. We're not going to do that. What we're going to ask for is to give us a couple hours a week and watch this grow, because it will continue to grow because we've surrounded it with quality people. Quality people make it work. Quality people that want to get things done. My dad told me a long time ago, you want to get to make something work, find somebody that's busy. Yeah. Don't find somebody that's lazy. Find somebody that's busy. They'll make it work. We found two groups that are busy. Yep. And it's working. And we want to thank you. Hey, go to Warren first. 931. Go. Hey, be the 10,001 followers. Yeah. Okay? And then come and follow us if you're at Warren first, because we're going to work well together. That's all I got tonight.
Dang it.
Yeah. What we got?
4:30.
You should have been tapping.
I thought you took the under.
Oh, you did take the under.
You took the under. What are you talking about? I don't know. Locks of the week. 0 for 1 for you. Don't even know when you win. And yeah, no. I just to expand on what Chris is saying is that it absolutely is that is one. We want the hat's been sitting here on the table the whole time. Warren first done a tremendous job for us. It's been a pleasure to know that we're taken care of. Yes. That in some aspects, all I got to do here is sit here and talk. Yep. It's fun. Been a lot of fun. Been a lot of fun on that. And also, too, that they're going to deliver exactly what they said. Yep. I wake up Thursday morning. Here's everything that we told you we would give you. It's there. It's done for you. It's not, hey, you go figure it out or you go try to do anything like that. But that's what Chris said is we want to work with people in Warren County that are that all have the same vision on that. And that being said, if you're here listening and you've been waiting for an hour or waiting for an hour and a half and thinking, is he going to say anything? Something like that. Huh? Yes. To be honest, I'm not going to say it other than I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go back to being with people that I know that'll take care of me and people that, in my opinion, are that I trust. When they tell me that something's going to happen, it's going to happen like that. So, as we said, Chris is the new owner of CNS Brokerage, media and cattle, and maybe of those three, I'm more just focused on the media part of it. To be honest, I'm not getting in on the cattle, and I don't know, and I'm okay with whatever you figure out with the brokerage.
But he is the boss.
Well, it's true. If you want me to go round up the cattle, I mean, give me a call.
No, first of all, you can't back the trailer. You're gonna be loading no cattle if you can't back the trailer.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, but no, like I said, I think I saw something this week, and I'm not going to jump on there for that people that somehow there's a one-sided narrative that can be created in some aspects. Not trying to. Not going to. Not having a point with it.
We move forward.
I move forward on it. So we're moving forward. There's that said, we will have something that we'll be able to that you'll be able to see here not too long from now.
Well, I mean, hey, let's just go ahead and put it out. You put out 2 great stories the past couple of days because you enjoy what you do. You enjoy riding. Yep. You enjoy Warren County sports and the Warren County community in general. You have made the comment that, hey, you're going to continue riding. Yep. Well, I'm going to tell you, I said that we were going to compete in every area. The Warren County Way is coming. Oh, Joey, we'll have that meeting tomorrow night. Joey. Okay, we're going to surround ourselves with quality people, not people that don't have the same vision. We're going to do this. We're going to have an online publication that you're going to want to read. And here's how I'm going to tell you what we're going to do about that. There'll be a 30 to 60 day window that you're going to be able to take anything that he writes, and it's going to be free. And you're going to find out if our way is your way. I think it will be, because it'll be the Warren County way. That's what I think. We're going to probably link with Kelly in some things with this, because she's out delivering newspapers.
Yeah. Yep.
We're probably going to give her some content of, hey, put that in there and let your readers read that. Okay? There may be a chance that Big Bad Bear out there that's got 25,000 followers, we may be in a room with him not too long.
Yep.
Okay? That and saying, hey, maybe we all have a common goal or a common interest that we need to attack. Well, attack's not the right choice. We need to come to some agreements on.
Yep.
Okay. But that being said, we're going to put out a online publication, and I will promise you that online publication will be something that you will want to be a part of.
Yep.
It will be $5 a month or $50 a year, or you may be able to just read one story, and that be, because we hear that all the time. I don't want to read, I just want to read one story. There'll be a way that we can do that. Okay. If we get enough sponsorships, we're going to lower that price, because hey, we're not trying to make $1 million out of this. If I can make 2, that's great, but not just 1.
Not just one.
But honestly, when you think about this, we want the people that have the ability and want to promote it. We want to give them a way of doing that. I'll tell you who's going to be in charge of that. It's going to be Jeff. Jeff's going to be the general manager. He's going to be. We actually find a yard, but we're looking. But that's going to happen, and we're not going to rush it. But I would say in the next 30 days, you'll be surprised at what we do. I think we've surprised you for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You didn't know Rick Insel was coming here, and nobody knew that the UCR and Warren First were going to be in or we were all going to be working together. So just like I said a couple weeks ago, give us some time. If you have any suggestions, let us know. If you want a job opportunity, call us.
Yep.
I've got resumes as we speak right now. There's some people who want to get on board with this. We're going to have a great time with it. That's all I got.
Let's go sit in the sandbox.
Absolutely. Yeah. Maybe like Wayland.
All right. But no,
good.
Going again too with that. Beyond that, again too, another thing that people can be potentially looking forward to is, I don't think that the idea of a daily Jeff Simmons centric show is out the window. I think that is something that will potentially be back into play.
Jeff Simmons is going to be back on the air quickly. I would hope that there's 2 people in this room that would work together on that in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
I think we can figure.
Because I see common interest and common goals and common visions. Just got to execute the plan.
Yeah.
The plan will be executed. That's one thing that pretty good at doing.
Hey, well, you know what?
Plans.
Sometimes you just got to lock it in, and some people get locked in. And I'm going to tell you right now that we're going to tell you who got locked in this week. But before we do, I want to tell you a little bit about our sponsor, and that is the Lock Shop right here in McMinnville. Whether you're dealing with your home, your business, or your vehicle, these are the folks that you call when you need fast, reliable help. Locked your keys in your car, you need help with your home or office, the Lock Shop has you covered with residential, commercial, and automated services, and they offer 24-hour emergency services when you need it most. That's been your hometown locksmith since 1996. Trevor, were you even alive?
I was not.
I didn't figure so. And they are bonded, certified, and licensed, so you know they're getting the job done right. You can give them a call at 473-4216. Again, that's 473-4216, and let the Lock Shop get you back in. Let's show you. We're going to show you who's locked in this week. I think it was I think it's one of our buddies from the show. Our boy, he turned 3 this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
Waylon.
matured.
Do we have a video that we can roll on that one? If you tell me when it's rolling, we're going to let you know about this because there was a young man out there that he not long ago.
Yeah, he's been a fan favorite.
He's been a fan
favorite.
favorite. We're talking about he's played in, and we are rolling. We're going to roll a video for you right now. So, Kelly, if you tell if that sounds good, I'm going to stop talking a little bit.
It's the ball. Get the ball. What are you talking about?
And what was her line, Trev?
It was worse than last week.
It was worse than last week.
45 seconds or something like that?
Yeah, she was like, he played like 30 seconds.
What was even better is one of the next lines was, he's going to get benched this week. Which
Go Waylon!
Here he goes.
Yep, there he goes. There he goes.
Get it, Waylon! Go Waylon! Go Waylon! Go Waylon! Go Waylon! Go!
You got it. You got it.
Waylon! Go Waylon! Go!
Looks like Mom the bells will start going here.
Get it! Yes! Yes! Woo! Good job! Yay! You did it! We gotta come over.
Get a lot of relatives. They had a rough couple weeks. You know what I mean?
Sure as you will. Woo! Good job, Waylon!
I think the family was going to I don't know.
May not work out. Here he goes. Here's the celebration.
Yeah.
Well, we're Chris and Trevor are about a couple seconds behind on it. We're watching through, but yeah, Waylon Murphy locked in.
He locked in.
3-year-old. He turned. He was in the terrible twos.
Yeah, terrible twos.
He was going to get benched.
Yes.
And then last week locked in and ended up becoming a goal scorer magician.
Yeah,
Trevor, how many have?
I think it was 5.
5 goals.
I think it was 5. He's already on his way to breaking Anne's record.
Exactly.
Katie Tony already took care of that.
What I love is think about it, we always talk about that athlete, as a freshman, he matures as a sophomore.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Waylon he's made people realize. I know he's made people in this room realize.
Yeah.
I mean, at 2 years old, you're just not ready. But the day he turned 3, the next day, he went from terrible 2s to terrific 3s. I mean, the maturity, got up that morning, put his cleats on, got him a good breakfast, did him some push-ups.
He traded in Paw Patrol for Pele highlights. He was
absolutely. I mean, he's locked in on huddle film.
He was
He's locked in on huddle film. And, went out there and got him. He ran him a couple miles, too,
He
get
did,
loose.
Yeah.
And just proud of the kid,
Yeah.
and it's taking a lot of pressure off Mom.
It really has.
Now, the one thing that we have been told that we've probably not brought up, we talked about bribery a couple weeks ago.
We had to bring this up.
Okay, we talked about bribery. A couple weeks ago, it was ice cream. That didn't work.
No.
This kid, here's how we know he's mature.
Cold hard cash.
Cold hard cash work.
Yeah.
We were told.
Money talks. Money talks.
We were told for every goal 100. Is that not what?
Yeah.
So
But then
now they only 500.
But then what that is.
Yeah, but he's got the show. He can go back in a couple years.
I don't disagree.
They can live forever.
Exactly.
Be on YouTube. He's baby. Better put that in the CD right there, big cat.
Proud of the kid.
Yeah.
Proud of him.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been asking us about it. Deborah Evans in the comment section on the Ben Logan message board says, "Way to go, Waylon." We had a lot of people that were out there asking. They wanted an update.
Yeah, where's Waylon?
Well, the update is in the very last week of the season, he figured it out. He locked in. We're very proud of him.
While we're talking about them, we got to give a birthday shout out to our boy Ty. It's his birthday.
Hey!
Big 3-0.
Yeah, look at that.
Big 3-0?
Big 3-0.
Goodness gracious, just 30. Man, congratulations, man. I hit the 41 on this year. He's doing a lot better.
I was around in 1996.
Ty barely.
Ty didn't, he doesn't know anything about the lock
He
shop.
debuted.
Yeah.
He debuted in 96. All right, let's jump into another segment, and that is buy or sell, folks. We're going to tell you a little bit about our sponsor and who we're buying and who we're selling this week. I was just going to tell you, before we do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Daryl Cook with First Mortgage. Buying or refinancing can feel overwhelming if you don't know what to expect. But when you've got someone walking you through every step, it gets a whole lot easier. Talk about those locals. To do it the right way. Daryl Cook and his team at First Mortgage take pride in helping folks across Middle Tennessee feel confident in their decisions. Whether you're buying your first home or making your next move, if you're ready to get started, give Daryl a call at 931-743-5563 or shoot him an email at dcook@fnbmt.com. That's Daryl Cook, NMLS number 235-9079 with First Mortgage, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Let's find out who are we buying or selling this week. And I have this question for you. One, back on topic, Ann sends us a message and says that she won best dressed in the high school. Are we buying or selling this?
Sale.
Sale, quick sale?
Sale.
I'll buy it.
You're buying it?
Ann's that's she worries about how Waylon's doing in soccer,
Yep.
LSU sports, and how she's dressed.
So she doesn't worry about teaching?
I mean, it depends on who you ask.
Bye. On that one.
Summer.
So yeah,
Summer.
I like that. I like that. Here's another one. Buy or sell, and this is more for our local. Buy or sell the middle school and high school soccer success. Is this going to be something we continue in the future? Buy or sell?
Buy.
Buy big time?
Buy.
Buy big time. And you should be right now, because as of, I think, not too long after we're going to be off the air tonight, they're probably going to, the middle school team is going to be playing in the Final Four versus Siegel with a chance to win a championship this week. And of course, our high school soccer team won a district championship last week. I mean, the kids that are on this team, I think that even Coach Cordova was saying that after they lost to Ravenwood last night, the district in the region semis, is, guys, I see what's coming here.
Yeah.
I know what we have young on this team. I mean, they had the freshman of the year. They have a lot of things that are going well. I think we have to buy. I think we have to buy soccer success here in Warren County, and that's something that.
Well, how many times have we said this? I mean, middle school success doesn't guarantee high school success, but middle school tough times. I don't want to say, but middle school hardships most of the time will equal high school hardships, unless you bring some young men or young women in.
Mm-hmm.
This middle school soccer team, and Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, Trev, you've been around it. When you're having as much success as they are, those kids kind of understand what success is all about.
Yeah.
So it's almost a given. Like, we're supposed to succeed. I think that's a quality trait to have for a team.
Yeah, obviously the middle school this year, I believe this was actually, Trev, you're over there at the middle school. I think this was the first year they've actually had an organized postseason that went all the way to the state level through the TMSAA. So they're the first team, obviously the first team to ever reach state from the middle school in the soccer program. They're 16-0. Yeah, I mean, how they have beat. I mean, I think they've only allowed more than 2 goals in one game this year. I mean, they have a shutdown keeper, Gavin Chavez, is doing a great job out there. Credence Miller, one of their best goal scorers. Austin Breedlove has been an absolute maniac in the postseason. He has double-digit goals in the postseason.
He's a player.
And what we're going to do is we're going to go over there and we're going to add those kids to all the kids that we just had that went on a 12-5-1 run for the District 9 AAA championship. They beat Shelbyville in the district championship game 4-2. Shelbyville shut that scoreboard down quick.
You wouldn't have known that. You hadn't been looking at the scoreboard quickly.
Yeah, we're talking. I mean, Wayland's a soccer. Now Wayland's over there, but he's seeing soccer stardom in Warren County. Maybe he's going to be one of those guys. But Kieto Takahashi, big time goal scorer for the high school team. Eric Hernandez. I remember watching Eric in middle school. I was like, this kid is going to be absolutely fantastic. Guillermo Martinez, one of Trev's favorites. On the soccer team, Guillermo, and they just had a kid sign over the last week. You're starting to see the signs of what you always expect on a team. So I have to agree with
I'm
you.
buying.
Definitely buying the success of our high school soccer team and the program and the future of this. I mean, we said this a lot of times. What was going to be the program that we were going to be
Yes.
known for in Warren County in the next few years? I still like the wrestling.
I think soccer's now
Soccer.
put their foot in
The
the
best foot
sand.
forward, yeah.
Hey, I'm here.
Putting that best foot forward on the soccer program. All right, last one on the buy or sell. We're going to take this to more of a national level. A guy by the name of LeBron James, who plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers get swept over in the semifinals of the Western Conference, 4-0 by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Buy or sell? We've watched LeBron James play NBA basketball for the last time.
So he's coming back.
You think he's coming back?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think he is too.
So you think so?
I'm selling. I think he's coming back.
So anybody wants to chime in on the Ben Lomond Connect message board? I'm going to sell, but I'm also going to add this caveat: buy or sell. That was LeBron James's last game as a Los Angeles Laker. Buying.
Bye.
He's
Bye.
going to Cleveland.
You think he's
You
going to
think so?
Cleveland?
He's going home.
Okay, is he taking Bronny with him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Can I throw a change up? I think he stays in state. I think he goes to Golden State.
You think he plays?
I think he might team up.
Curry?
I think he might team up with Steph.
Okay, buy or sell?
Sell.
Exactly.
They can. Somebody put it out. I think Bill Simmons on his podcast.
No relation.
No relations. No. Bill Simmons said it's about putting the Expendables together. It's like one last run with the Expendables with LeBron and Draymond and Steph and Jimmy Butler and all
Just
them.
go ahead and sign Durant up there.
No, they're not.
No.
I'll say, and I just don't think that team's still good enough to beat Oklahoma City or San Antonio.
Okay. Then it was kind of brought up. So then you're a little bit like Barkley in this, because I am too.
Yeah.
Sports is for young. That competition. I'm older and I love sports, but I understand it. I'm not competing with a 21-year-old that can flat out play.
There's a reason why we don't go play church league basketball.
You know,
Oakland.
so
in the W what was it?
CDB.
CDB.
the CDB league. Yeah. So I'm like Barkley too. I think at some point in time that you have to say, hey, and I'm glad. Let's be honest. What LeBron's done at that age is really, really. I mean, remarkable is not even right.
Never been seen.
Never been seen. Never been done. I think he would put up similar stats next year if he teams with Curry. They're still in no way, shape, form, or fashion.
No, they would need help.
They get a lot of here's the problem when you say they need help. Who do you go get what kind of help do you need?
Yeah, I mean,
you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, just
they need young legs.
Yeah, a younger horse that could give. And LeBron had Luka and Austin, but they get banged up in the playoffs. If they don't get banged up, I think that was a different series. Okay, see, I don't think they win. I don't know if they get swept.
I like Austin Reeves. He can't guard. He can't guard. He just doesn't have that ability. Luka can't guard. I mean, there's just some struggles there.
Yeah, and even LeBron, who's been a very impressive defender through his career, it's just not a guy that's going to win defense. And then you got Jimmy Butler, who's potentially coming back off of an ACL injury. It's tough for them. And as I said too, I mean, really, what you need is insurance on that team because those guys aren't going to play very much.
We're sitting here.
Perfect segue into avoiding disaster. Who avoids who brings us avoiding disaster?
That'd be Adam Wood with Farm Bureau Insurance out here in Morrison at this fine establishment. Adam does it all, home, auto, and life. Give him a call at 931-668-7075. Once again, that's 931-668-7075. Or stop in and see us at 6282 Manchester Highway.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Here's who I think has to avoid disaster this week. Basket weavers. They're catching strays from SEC coaches right now. Sark, have y'all not been following all this with the SEC? Like he said that I think Sark said something along the lines of, if you want to try to go to Texas, you actually have to have like some academics but if you want to go to Ole Miss, it doesn't matter. You can just do basket weaving and graduate. I mean, paraphrasing. Allegedly, that Sark said, but can I say
Kiffin kind of goes after him too?
Kiffin went after him. I'm really avoiding disaster right now is any SEC team. The coaches are loose, man. Loose loose lips sink ships. They're going after each other. I
after
think
each
Lane
other.
Kiffin actually even said that there was. I think he even took it into a
He went-
demographic of you that Ole Miss. You don't really want to send your kids there. And I was like, wow, this is crazy.
That's not your daddy's old man. It's not your daddy's SEC.
Yeah, no, they're Sark, Ole Miss's coach. You know, I don't even know who Ole Miss's coach. Who is Ole Miss's coach now?
Goldie?
Yeah. I mean, they're all
I
trying.
think they went after him a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. But
You know,
what if you're another SEC program right now? I think the next thing you're waiting on is when are you getting slammed?
I don't know. I don't know the inner workings, but I don't think Pete Golden is very liked. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of people have taken subtle jabs at Ole Miss
He must be a good coach then.
since he got the job.
you think that's got a little bit to do with when he got the job that they see. I think he's better than they want to give him credit for,
That may
and
be
they
it.
want to try to someone. You don't want to be beat by Pete Golden.
Well, here's the thing to me is he has to be a pretty good coach. They care.
Yeah.
If he wasn't a good coach, no one would be talking about him.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek Dooley.
Let him do
Nick
it.
Saban
Yeah.
loved Derek Dooley. Georgia, we love Derek Dooley at Tennessee. Y'all should hire that guy. Yeah, no, if you're a good coach that people fear, they probably are going to attack you. And otherwise, they want you to keep your job.
Are you scared that they're not attacking Heupel then?
No comment. I don't know. Hype's probably going to stay above the fray on that one. I don't know. Maybe he's just not I think the biggest thing with Hype was never going to say.
Okay, you guys are coaches.
Yep.
I don't think you are two attack guys. Like you're not going to be attacking. But if a coach starts attacking you, are you going to take it in stride? Or are you saying nope?
Oh,
I'm like, hey, I'm going back. I'm jabbing. I'm giving subtle jabs.
I'm fighting fire with fire.
Okay.
If you bring
take it and go.
Really?
No, if you bring me to
I'm that
that level,
guy. I usually just take it and go. I don't know what I'm saying.
no, if you bring me to that, if you want to start a war of words,
Yeah.
I've spent
You got the
16
pit,
years
though.
into
That's the
this.
problem.
I've spent 16 years into this.
And some of it depends on who it is.
Yeah, it's always because I mean, when you say stuff like that, and people are like, "Oh, you got to watch what you say." I'm like, everything I've written or said had my name on it for 16 years. I have no problems putting my words out to you. So no, if somebody came after me, I have no problem going back at them on that one. Just word for the wise and just fair warning on that. But avoiding disaster. I'm telling you, man. Some people, hey, avoid disaster. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Don't start something. Won't be nothing on that. All right. Take your medicine. And that is brought to you by our friends at Spencer Drug Company. Again, they're one of our a new one that we've brought on here. And again, too, if you want to be a part of the Warren County Sports Authority or the Warren County Way or any of the other ways.
All right. When it comes to live football and sports coverage, that's coming.
Yeah.
Yep. We're going to have sponsorship opportunities, including for Take Your Medicine. If you're tired of being treated like just another number at a big chain pharmacy, it's time to take your short drive to Spencer Drug Company. At Spencer Drug, you're not just a customer. You are family, and it's not just a slogan. It's how they do business every single day. Friendly faces, personal service, and people who actually take the time to know you. Need prescriptions filled fast? They got you covered. If you need answers about your medications, they're there to help. Spearheaded by Rhonda Barnes, Beth Kirby, and their great team. They make it easy and convenient to take care of your health. And here's the best part. It's all with hometown service that you can't just get anywhere. So whether you're in Sparta, McMinnville, Spencer, or anywhere nearby, take that drive and see the difference yourself. Spencer Drug Company, where service still matters. You think Spencer Drug Company would like that expanded range?
Oh, they're going to love that expanded range.
120 College Street, 946-7900.
Spencer Drug Company would probably like the conversation we've had with some guys up Spencer the last week or two, too. So, you know what reason I like people like Rhonda, and we've got Ryan and those, Jeff Chisholm and some others that sponsor us. They're always active in the Ben Lomond Connect message board. I like, they're listening to us. They're invested, and we like people that are invested. So, congrats to all her success, and we appreciate her support. Of our show.
Yeah, absolutely. Spencer Drug Company again, sponsor of Take Your Medicine. And here's who I think should take their medicine.
Tell me, this is going to be a lot.
Oh, this is going to be a fun one.
This is coming.
If you're a parent out right now and you're experiencing a little bit of difficulty dealing with the thing that you can't call 8th grade anything 8th grade celebration, a graduation anymore. I think you need to take a chill pill right now.
They probably got a lot of those.
Because calling them promotions is just fine.
It's fine.
Taking away the graduation aspect of it, I'm going to say there's some people that think that we might promote a hostile work environment with the Warren County school system. I disagree.
No.
I agree with the Warren County school system on this. Don't call them graduations. They're simply promotions.
They're just going
Sorry,
from one
folks.
grade to the next.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Now, I will say on some of the message boards
Yeah.
that were, going around, I didn't realize how serious some of these people took 8th grade graduation. When I'm hearing that limos are being rented,
Rented to the nine.
dressing up with the tuxes.
Yep.
I mean, kind of surprising.
Yeah.
I'll have to agree with Grant here. But I bet he's taking boys and
my
girls.
goodness.
He's taking heat.
I was in
Them calls are coming.
He got a call from Sullins. He's like, what could this be?
Yes.
What promotion we gonna get?
Yeah.
I legitimately, I was in the workshop last fall, I believe, or at some point in the last year, where they were starting to talk about this and like, these things aren't calling graduations anymore. It's going to be promotions, and you could tell they were all sitting there thinking, I don't disagree,
Yeah.
but this is going to be unpopular.
We ripped that Band-Aid off.
Yes. I'm telling you right now. I mean, I saw Brent Carden's photos of Dibble. They were living it up.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. But graduations this Friday at Nunley,
There's one graduation.
and they're going to be done with high school. Past that, that's Unless there's not one graduation.
Well, there's one
because
graduation at the high school
It's 12th
level.
grade
Yes.
going out
Yes.
there. There are multiple schools that are going to be
Yes.
holding that. The ones that aren't holding those are I'm sorry to tell you, K-8s. You're not holding the graduation in 8th grade. Let's say this much. They need to continue to go to school.
We hope that your child gets promoted.
Yes, we want
They
the promotions.
move on to the 9th grade.
Yep.
It will be okay.
If they're simply graduating 8th grade and done, might be a tougher road to hoe there on that one. Yeah, I saw this week and I was like, maybe it's because I don't have a kid. I don't have to worry about some kind of 8th grade thing. But I was like, no, I'm sorry, folks. I'm not with you on this one.
I don't know.
I'm with the school system. I know, shocker.
When we're talking about this, okay, we're usually in line with what people think.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yep.
But I don't know if we win that poll.
Oh no! We threw a poll out there right now. They said, should they be called graduations? 100%, it's going to win.
Yeah.
Kelly Walker Slaughter has chimed in and said, "Why are we rushing things? Let's just let the kids be kids." That's the one that we always ask.
Yeah.
Did anybody even ask the kids? I don't think they care.
No.
I don't know if I want my mom and dad to rip me a limo over.
I mean, yeah, if you want to put me in a limo, sure. But I mean,
I think I said just give me the cash.
Waylon.
Yeah. I actually asked it, of course, I have a different experience where I coach at Boyd Christian. We have 8th grade nights. I'm like, why? They're moving a building. They're moving a hallway over. What are we doing here?
Coming out of one door and going to the next.
So half of them are already playing on the high school anyways. I don't know. I'm getting on a different rant.
Yeah.
It's having a good time.
We're going to get some strays on that one. Strays are coming.
I've just been anti 8th grade graduations, anti 8th grade nights and everything for a long time. And I know that's not going to be popular.
No.
We're just putting it out there. Hey, sometimes you got to take your medicine. It's okay.
Yeah.
Chill out. Be there when they graduate, whether it's at Nunley for the big one or if it's at Central Church of Christ for boys. Covenant will be working on their re-enrolling, getting kids up to the high school level. They'll have their graduation. Show up for that one.
Yes.
Do everything. And you know what? It's like Trev said. Just bring them some cash.
Yeah, hey, bring them.
Oh, mercy. So again, too, as Kelly Walker said, we all end being pioneers most of the time.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Some Lions, some Broncos, but for the most part,
95%.
95. Yeah, the numbers are staggering. All right, guys. Well, last thing that I think we've hit everything except for our last one. Anybody else? Again, too, want to thank C4.
Absolutely.
C4. The apparel's in.
Hey, the C4 apparel of the WCSA. We got the shirt. C4 is going to be putting out. If you want to buy some, we're getting our page.
For sale soon.
For sale soon. Of course, there'll be certain people that will just give some of it to. Some of those important people.
Yeah.
Some of those guys and gals that have supported us from day one.
Yeah.
That being said, the hats, the shirts, the hoodies, you name it, C4 can get it done. C4 is going to love. He's already talked about this. He's going to love the UCR footprint.
Oh,
Because, hey, he now can sell to multiple teams in the area, and he will outfit your team in ways that he will take care of you.
Yep.
Jeff Chisholm does a wonderful job. That outfitted Boyd and Warren County both this year in flag football. Hooked you guys up, did practice uniforms. You name it, he can do it when it comes to apparel. That's Jeff Chisholm with C4 Sports.
Yep.
We love him. Thank you, Mr. Chisholm.
Yeah, and be on the lookout. We might do a little contest giveaway for some of this stuff as well. So be following the Warren County Sports Authority page to figure out when you can win a little bit of our apparel that we've been given. Also, too, we want to tell you a little bit about the Mud Bums Hot Wings Hot Take. If you want to crave a satisfying lunch that won't break the bank, look no further at Mud Bums. They're serving up mouth-watering $10 lunch baskets and $10 meat and 3 specials every day from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can choose from delicious options like a juicy cheeseburger, crispy tenders, or a savory barbecue sandwich, or you could just go hit the bar for the daily meat and 3 selections for a hearty meal. Swing by and treat yourself at 231 North Cape Drive, or give them a call, 507-BUMS. That is 507-2867 to place your order today. We're going to give that $15 gift card for Mud Bums Hot Wings Hot Takes to the legend, the voice of the Pioneers, Jay Walker.
Jay Walker
joined us earlier in the show. I'm going to tell you right now. You need some hot takes. Otherwise, Jay Walker will tell you about it. That Frank Wilson impersonation did it.
That was good.
Told a little story out there. All right, let's get to the last one. That's McCorkle Landscaping. Random questions. If your yard's ready for a makeover, and let's be honest, the weather's getting right to the point where you need to, let McCorkle Landscaping bring your outdoor vision to life. Owned and operated by Mitchell McCorkle, the local landscaping expert, offers everything from nursery services and custom landscaping to retaining walls, irrigation systems, and full hardscape designs. If you need grading, solid insulation, land clearing, or excavation, they've got you covered. If you want to refresh your space with weeding, mulching, or lawn resurfacing, no problem. They even offer professional design consultations to help you plan the perfect outdoor space. Big job or small, residential or commercial, McCorkle Landscaping is your go-to team for reliable quality results. Call today, 931-212-5174. Again, that's 931-212-5174. McCorkle Landscaping, digging deep to build your dream outdoors. Trev, hit us with a random question.
What you got this week?
Y'all all saw Wimby's flagrant 2.
Oh,
yes.
What's the most egregious foul or penalty that you've seen in a game like that really cost the team?
Who cost the
team?
Well, that's a great one there. I mean, some of the most egregious ones. I mean, I remember Carl Malone many years ago hitting Isaiah Thomas. I think it was 40 stitches.
He got Thomas. He took out David Robinson one time too. Knocked David Robinson out cold.
Yeah.
On that. There's been some. There's
a skater a couple years ago in hockey that.
Some of those. That would be. There's some NHL hits. I'm sure in the postseason that have knocked out players on that. Considering the stakes, I mean, San Antonio's probably done with that series right now if he doesn't do that the other night. So I think that's going to be up there. And, of course, you put yourself in a position to be suspended. I know Artest has had some of those before.
Honestly, I was surprised. I was actually surprised he was not suspended. I think that not that I'm taking up for Wimby in any way, but I think Wimby's is a face of a league right now, and they don't want that moniker on him. Yeah. I think if that was somebody like Draymond Green or something of that nature.
I think you just hit the answer too. Draymond, that might be the best one. He got ejected and he got kicked out and couldn't play game 5 of the series. The Cavaliers ended up winning game 5, game 6, and game 7.
Yeah.
I mean, that literally might have cost his team a championship by getting kicked off because he couldn't stop hitting people in the nuts. Yeah. That's what he did.
Just one thing, man.
Hey,
you had one job.
Leave LeBron James' nuts alone.
We kicked him.
He couldn't do it. don't know. That's a good answer. We might have found the right answer on that.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
But I mean, do you not think if that's Draymond or Dylan
Oh, he's
Brooks or
1,000.
something, I think that's at least a game.
I think the NBA even said that they went out and told people. I mean, I guess they didn't really say a lot about it, but said that his previous history of not having any history kind of was taken into account. Now he does it again. Yeah, he's going to get hit.
His reaction was the funniest. You know, the camera's on him, and they say, "Oh, flagrant 2." Da, 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 da. He looks at Harrison Barnes. He said, "What does that mean?"
See
Harrison Barnes like, "Dude, you're gone."
That had to be all for show. That guy looked up the rules for the skills challenge in the NBA All-Star game and cheated last year. He knew what a flagrant 2 meant. I know. He played it up. Oh, Trey Butler, been on cadet message board, said Tanya Harding's husband with a pipe.
That was a pretty good one.
That really,
that was a pretty good one.
That's another good one.
Pop to knee. For the winner list.
Say no more on that one.
Trey Butler, that's a good one.
Yeah, Coach, or you want me to go?
You go first.
All right. This happened, and I'm going to get the name wrong about this, but if y'all followed this at all, and I believe it's South Carolina or Georgia, the Murdoch.
Oh,
yes.
His trial got overturned.
What do you think about it? Because I've watched the documentary on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
overturned.
Now, granted, they said he's not going to be let free because he has some financial crimes that are keeping him in jail right now. But what do y'all think about this? I thought it was pretty stunning that the Supreme Court comes in and says, nope, we're overturning a murder conviction and a very high-profile one at that. Because have you watched the documentary?
Yeah, so he's getting a new trial now.
Yeah. Here's what I think. OJ walked free. Didn't mean he wouldn't. Yeah, this cat is as guilty as guilty gets, boys.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I agree.
I kind of thought the same thing. I was like, really? I kind of felt like they had him dead to rights.
Yeah.
Just saying. And then all of a sudden, no, apparently not. So I guess he's going to get a retrial on this. But no, I was blown away when I saw that
It was
today.
probably somebody at Netflix like, hey, we need.
Oh, we need part 3?
Yeah. Come on.
Netflix come through.
Well, Making the Murderer with Steve Avery got a second season,
Yeah.
a third season of the Murdoch.
Yeah.
That's a hot take, Trev. Oh, that's allegedly, by the way.
Allegedly.
That was my question. Is if I wanted to know if people were saying it. Kelly had a wild reaction.
Yeah.
She's probably you might be able to tune in tomorrow morning on Warren First and hear a little bit more about the Murdoch
That's gonna be the first topic in the morning.
So tune in on Warren First on that one because I think she's got some things
Yeah,
to
she
say.
got something to say, yeah.
Coach, you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap us up. You know, we love making light of things, so I'm probably gonna make light of something. Trevor, what you been doing the last couple of days? what have you been doing? Okay, me too. What have you been doing for the last couple of days, big fella? Come on, you slow guy.
I'm like, what?
I will say this much.
How many text phone calls?
Oh man,
Blowing up?
unbelievable!
Yeah.
I literally thought I might have to buy a new phone because my battery just kept dying within an hour or two. No, I've had this phone for 7 years.
Okay.
I probably need a new phone anyway.
That battery was
No, we have.
Yeah,
You gotta move. You gotta move that, man. You gotta move on.
No, I will say this for the people that would probably have not expected this. I have not changed my alarm. 8 a.m. the alarm goes off. I don't turn it off and just go back to sleep. I have things occasionally, yeah, but I'm actually not I haven't turned it off and started sleeping until noon because y'all know that's my default factory setting.
Yeah, we can't go back that way.
But other than
Can't go
that,
backwards.
no.
I mean, obviously, as we've talked about, went and had some meetings.
Yep.
Going to have some more meetings, talk to some people, and just putting it out there. But also, writing. I talked to coaches today about some things that are going to go on, things that we're going to be getting through. I mean, I'm prepared. I'm right now in the situation that I would normally be at the end of every single school year, which is I'm starting to prepare for 26, 27. And one of the things that I do every single year that people that have read my writing for a long time is I do a Simmons superlatives.
Yep.
I do, best athlete, top senior, and best newcomer. So I've started to write those.
I love
it. Now what I'm just looking for right now is getting to create all that, get all that stuff together, and then we'll be releasing that. We'll be releasing that fairly soon.
I love it.
But no, I have not defaulted into laziness. I've defaulted into let's get some stuff done.
I got to his house yesterday. He was sitting on the front porch. He said, "Yeah, this is my office."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, cool." He said, "Don't sit in that chair." I said,
why? He said, I think there's a wasp nest.
I didn't think I knew. I had seen it, and I just not sit there. Now, did I go knock it down? Did I go get some raid? No, I just let. They were fine. They weren't bothering me. I just didn't want them to bother Trav.
That's wasp's chair.
Yeah, that's a great question. No, I will say this much. Thanks for bringing this up. Is if you did call, if you did text, if you have messaged, even if you felt like you were being nosy or anything like that, thank you. I appreciate it. I do know that this community has given me a lot of support over the years. For 16 years, I've been doing this sports writing, and I'm going to continue to. And nothing to me has changed with my relationship with Warren County. My relationships changed with some media sources, but have not changed with Warren County. I'm here to do the same thing that I've been doing for people for a long time, which is promoting our Warren County athletes. And the good thing about that is it seems like we're going to be able to promote them on a larger scale very soon.
I wasn't going to say this, but I will. This has kind of bothered me a little bit this week, and then we're going to end it. This guy doesn't need guys to do bidding for him. He doesn't ask other guys to go on social media and make posts. He said what he said. He moves on. You won't have me going out and having people, good friends of mine doing social media posts and getting likes and shit. We don't do that shit. Okay. If I got something to say, I'm going to say it to you. That's all I got tonight.
Yep. All right. This is the Warren County Sports Authority again, presented by Prater's Barbecue. If you're listening at Prater's Barbecue, we're on